All right, let's dive right in. We're heading to a really special island to find out how something absolutely tiny, I mean microscopic, could have this giant impact on our health and really the entire global wellness market. It's a pretty wild story.
So this whole thing kicks off somewhere you'd probably never guess. We're not talking about some high-tech, sterile lab. Nope, this starts deep inside an ancient forest. And what was found there? A single, tiny organism. Well, it has the potential to change everything, from how we age to literally how we see the world.
Okay, so to really get what a big deal this is, first we have to head to South Korea's beautiful Jeju Island. Now, this place is already famous for its amazing, powerful natural resources.
And the company at the center of all this? They were no strangers to Jeju's potential. I mean, they'd already built a super successful business just by harnessing what's special about Jeju's environment and turning local plants into these really high-value products.
Yeah, they basically had this whole process down to a science. Take this one plant, for example, called Giant Gotu Cola. They'd grow it in these smart farms, right? Then they'd extract all the good stuff using Jeju's unique lava seawater, which, by the way, is super cool. It's naturally filtered through volcanic rock and just packed with minerals. Then, they'd turn it into these high-end cosmetics. And we're not talking about some small local shop. These guys were total pros at taking nature and making it a global hit.
And when I say global, I mean it. Their products, everything from skincare to toothpaste, were being shipped out to 15 different countries. Think Asia, Europe, the US, the whole shebang. So yeah, it's safe to say they really knew what they were doing.
But, being successful with the plants they knew about just made them more curious. It made them ask a much bigger question. What else is this incredible island hiding? And that question, right there, leads us to the real heart of our story, the forest's microscopic secret.
Okay, this is where things get really interesting. They've got this proven system, so they decided to switch their focus from the farms and fields to the island's ancient Bijorim forest. We're talking about a place with trees that are literally 1,000 years old. They were on the hunt for something totally new, something no one had ever found before.
And guess what? Deep in that forest, they found it, a totally unique strain of microalgae that they called Chlorella HS5. And listen, this was not your run-of-the-mill chlorella. This specific little organism, native to this one ancient forest, was showing some absolutely incredible promise.
The research team pretty quickly realized this thing had a powerful 1-2 punch. First off, it was packed with potent anti-aging compounds. And second, and this is a big one, it had a crazy high concentration of lutein. That's the crucial stuff our bodies need to protect our retinas.
I mean, the lead researcher basically said it all. They found that the lutein content in this chlorella was way higher than any other known strains. It was, and I'm quoting here, the most commercially viable microalgae species they'd ever seen. So you see, this wasn't just some cool science project. This was a potential game changer.
But okay, let's be real. Finding something cool in a forest is one thing. Turning it into a product that's safe, effective, and that you can actually buy, that's a whole other ballgame. This next part of the journey took a ton of dedication, a lot of money, and some serious science.
And this timeline, wow, it really lays it all out. This was definitely not an overnight success story. From the moment they found it, it took more than 10 years of hardcore R&D. They even did a joint study with the super prestigious Korea Research Institute of Bioscience. And it all led up to a massive 2-year-long human clinical trial. And get this, look at the money they put behind that timeline. They invested 3.9 billion Korean won. That's millions of US dollars poured into this single project. Talk about a massive, long-term bet on this one tiny algae.
So you might be asking, why go through all that trouble? Well, it all comes down to what makes this stuff so different. You see, regular chlorella is fine. It's good for general nutrition. But Chlorella HS5? It's a specialist. It's a powerhouse for anti-aging and eye health. All because of that crazy high level of lutein, which it only has because it comes from that one unique forest.
And here's the kicker, the final stamp of approval. These benefits weren't just theories in a lab. They were proven, for real. The effectiveness of the extract was officially confirmed in that super rigorous 2-year human trial at the very well-respected Severance Hospital. I mean, that's the gold standard. It doesn't get more legit than that.
Okay, so we've got this scientifically proven, powerful new ingredient. Awesome, but what does that actually mean for the rest of us, for the wider world? Well, this discovery is about to kick off a whole new wave of wellness, not just in South Korea, but everywhere.
And it's not just about our personal health. This thing has a huge economic impact too. You see, lutein is a massive ingredient in the eye health supplement market. And up until this point, South Korea had to import all of it, 100%. Now with Chlorella HS5, they can actually make it themselves, at home for the very first time. That is a total game changer for their industry.
And talk about good timing. They are jumping into a market that is absolutely exploding right now. The global market for microalgae is already worth billions and is just set to skyrocket. Why? Because these little ingredients are being used in everything, from food and cosmetics all the way to biofuels.
So why should you care about all this? Because this isn't some science fiction far off in the future tech. The very first products you can actually buy, we're talking functional foods with this new chlorella extract, are set to be on shelves as early as this September.
And that really brings us to the end here. The journey of Chlorella HS5, from a tiny discovery in an ancient forest, all the way to a scientifically proven super ingredient, it's just an incredible story. It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? If something this powerful was hiding in just one forest, what other secrets does nature have waiting for us to find?